Hello, viewers of Jonathan John Valeria's Watch Emporium. This is Jonathan John Valeria, and I'm thrilled to be here to share how we can improve our understanding of the world through English language. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned learner, our carefully curated videos provide captivating and enlightening content to help you enhance your language skills. Today, I want to delve deeper into the profile meaning of the 14th station of the cross of Jesus Christ. The stations of the cross, also known as the way of the cross, is a series of 14 poignant images or plagues that depict the final hours of Jesus Christ's life on earth. From his unjust condemnation to his somber burial, each station represents a specific moment in the Passion of Christ and has its own symbolic meaning. Let's begin with the first station, which poignantly depicts Jesus being wrongly condemned to death by Pontius Pilate. This station symbolizes the gross injustice and unwarranted persecution that Jesus faced, even though he was entirely innocent. The second station shows Jesus bravely carrying his cross. This station represents the immense burden that Jesus carried for our sins and also serves as a powerful reminder of heavy weight that we too must bear as devoted followers of Christ. The third station shows Jesus painfully falling for the first time, succumbing to the weight of the cross. This station represents the tremendous physical and emotional pain that Jesus endured during his passion, as well as our own struggles and setbacks in life. The fourth station depicts Jesus meeting his beloved mother Mary. This station represents the profound love and deep compassion that Mary had for her son, even in his darkest hour. The fifth station shows someone of Cyrene graciously stepping in to help Jesus carry his cross. This station represents the strength of community and support that we can offer to others, as well as the unexpected allies that can come to our aid in times of dire need. The sixth station poignantly depicts Veronica tenderly wiping the face of Jesus. This station represents acts of kindness and compassion, and the crucial importance of seeing the divine face of Christ in others. The seventh station shows Jesus painfully falling for the second time, struggling to continue on his journey. This station represents our own profound weakness and vulnerability and our sincere need for God's enduring strength and loving guidance. The eighth station depicts Jesus empathetically meeting the women of Jerusalem, comforting them even in his own agony. This station represents the boundless power of empathy and deep solidarity and the vital importance of standing with those who suffer. The ninth station shows Jesus agonizingly falling for the third time, his strength waning. The station represents our human limitations and failures, and the enduring need to persevere in the face of overwhelming adversity. The 10th station shows Jesus being humiliatingly stripped of his garments, a sign of his utter humiliation and degradation. These stations represent the profound humiliation and deep shame that Jesus endured, as well as the powerful stripping away of our own egos and pride. The 11th station poignantly depicts Jesus being painfully nailed to the cross, his body racked with pain. This station represents the ultimate sacrifice that Jesus made for us, and the transcendent power of love to overcome even death. The 12th station shows Jesus dying on the cross, his spirit departing from his body. This station represents the great agony and profound sorrow of Christ's death, as well as the unshakable hope and promise of eternal life. The 13th station depicts Jesus being taken down from the cross. offering a message of tenderness and care that we must show to those who have lost loved ones as we reflect on the grief and mourning that follows death. The 14th and final station shows Jesus being reverently placed in the tomb, offering a powerful reminder of the darkness and despair of the tomb, as well as the steadfast anticipation and joy of resurrection. Stations of the cross of Jesus Christ are a powerful reminder of the depth of Christ's sacrifice and the transformative power of his love. Each station offers a profound message that can guide us in our own lives, from the importance of community and empathy to the enduring strength and hope that we can draw from faith. As we reflect on the 14 stations of the cross, may we be inspired to deepen our own spiritual journeys and to walk with greater compassion and humility in the footsteps of Christ. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Your questions, comments, and feedback are always welcome and appreciated. So please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please do hit the like button and to subscribe to our channel for more interesting and enlightening content. By hitting the notification bell, you'll be sure to never miss any of our exciting and thought-provoking episodes. Don't forget to share our channel with your friends and family who may also find our content beneficial. We are committed to providing you with high quality, well researched, and engaging content that will help you improve your English language skills and expand your knowledge. And I look forward to sharing more insightful, inspiring things with you in the near future.